So I want to know, like, how'd you first meet Sean, and what has it been like, kind of like seeing him rise from, you know, the local artist to really like an international artist now?
Sean is a hard worker, very hard worker, very, very humble. He's always been humble. We met, I don't really remember how I met Sean. We were just kind of, you know, in the same circle. There were a couple of local cats that I was shooting, and they were like, yo, you know, I got this kid Sean that needs some pictures, blah blah blah. And that's just kind of how it happened, man. It was like, you know, once you get in the industry, everything just kind of falls into place, because it's such a small world, you know, such a small world, and even smaller industry. So I'm trying to remember who it was. It was a guy named Shan, Big Shan.
Okay.
That I used to shoot, and he was close friends with Sean, and he introduced me to Sean, and this was, you know, actually right when I was really getting started, and this was like right before Sean had got signed.
Right.
So I've been working with Sean ever since, like you said, the first mixtape, man. So this has been dope, like him posing there, just to be in this circle and actually see these guys develop. Every day it's just something totally different, to see them get excited about their first magazine covers, or they don't even have albums out yet. It's just exciting, man. It's a great feeling.
Right. So you also recently shot Big Sean and Vashti, and I was wondering, like, what was the inspiration behind that shoot, if you want to tell people kind of the whole concept? Like.
Well, the concept, they were this pop culture couple.
Right.
Everyone knows them as being very, very stylish. You know, if you know Vashti, then she's super stylish. I love her style, like the oversized cardigans and all of that. Like, she's always had a unique style, that New York, that downtown sweetheart feel. And then Sean is just dope. You know, like I see tons of cats that try to do the Big Sean thing. They don't quite do it like Sean, but you know, they both, I've always loved the way they dress, very fashionable. And you know, you guys bought Vashti in town, Michigan,
right.
And I just happened to be here. Sean was here for a couple of days, so I was able to get them together and just kind of do the pop culture couple thing. The reason why I wanted to do that is because on the, like, blogs are big right now, and on the blogs you see Kanye and Amber Rose and all of these other couples that paparazzi always seems to just happen to catch on islands and stuff like that.
Right.
So I really wanted to get them together. I thought that they would look dope together. Just had them walking around the mall and going to get ice cream and random stuff together, just making it look like, you know, they're a couple. I'm paparazzi. Most of my shots don't typically look like that, so we went for like this grainy, old school paparazzi feel, and I think that we achieved that. A lot of people liked it, so, you know, I think we did a pretty good job.
It's all about the candid shots, man.
Oh, candid shots.
Yeah, just get them off guard.
It was, when I went into it, I told them, yo, pretend like I'm not here. So we started off early that day. And I work with Sean a lot anyway, so he's used to me just taking random shots on the road and things like that. But when I say by the time we ate lunch, it was like, okay, well, Dante's not even here. He's just kind of off doing his own thing. And I just kept shooting the whole day, kept shooting. We shot so many shots that day. It was digital, so we took a lot of shots. And then after that, I was able to just kind of, you know, sort through the photos and pick the ones that looked like the most candid shots. And most of them were candid. You know, they had a good time together, acting silly. So it was dope, man. It was real dope. It was a fun day, real fun shoot. It was actually one of the it's the most fun I've had on a shoot in a while. So I had a great time with, you know, Sean and Vashti.
Right, you might see those pictures up on oh shoot, I didn't see Ladybug. But yeah, you might even see them on like TMZ or something, and people thinking they're actually real, right?
Yo, a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
I got a few phone calls like, so did their publicist tell them to pretend like they're not dating because we know they are? And I'm like, yo, chill out. That was all just a shoot. That wasn't real, for real. That really wasn't real.
But back to the story, Ladybug. How did you get kicked out of the Briarwood Mall?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Dante I guess you could tell them.
I mean,
We got escorted out.
yeah, it was. We got escorted out of Briarwood by security.
Small cops don't play.
Yeah, the mall cops do not play, man. They do not play. We didn't have any type of permits or anything to shoot, and they had asked us a couple of times, and I guess me being hard-headed or whatever, I'm like, oh, okay, and I put the camera up for a second, and I needed a couple more shots, and you know, they came up and they ride around on their little scooter things.
Segways.
Oh, you guys have to leave, and they made sure that we left, and they called all their, you know, friends and all the little
All
backup,
12 of
and
them.
yeah, all of them, and just it was fun.
I didn't know
man.
Briarwood needed that much security.
Man.
Like they should have been.
Like it's
that's
not
probably
that big
the
of a
most-
mall.
It's really not.
Probably the most action they've gotten. They should have been. taking somebody.
Right.
See, I wasn't aware that you were a hostile photographer, making
Man,
stirring up
you know,
problems for everyone.
You know, I thought that they was gonna try to break the camera.
Oh, yeah, that would not be cool.
I also want to know. I saw one of your blog posts about Detroit and like being an artist in the city. I just wanted to ask you, like, what is kind of the pros and cons of being an artist in Detroit? Because it seemed like you had some different feelings about it.
It's hard. It's hard. It's not as bad for me because I get I have the opportunity to travel a lot more than others do. But for those that don't get a chance to do that, I can imagine that it's very, very difficult because it's pretty difficult for me. You know, like if you're talking about the blog post that I think you're talking about, I definitely was going through something at that time. That was a rant that was just like, man, there's no support in the area, and
Right.
it's crazy, man. Like it's really difficult. Like it's hard to be inspired by people that don't have a passion. I feel like everyone should be passionate about something, and I come across a lot of people that are not passionate about anything. And it's really, really difficult to vibe with those type of people or to just feed off of that. You know, if you don't have anything that you're passionate about, what do you have? You know, what do you have? Just like we were saying, music, you don't know what type of music you like, and it's just crazy. So
Right.
it's really, really difficult being an artist here in Detroit, especially when people, you know, they look at certain... Me as an artist, I dress a little different from a lot of my friends or whatever. And being in Detroit, if I'm not wearing like, you know, the big baggy clothes and things like that, they're looking at you like, oh, you know, you don't belong. Like you should be in New York, Williamsburg or something like that. So it's kind of difficult. And we're just, I'm actually starting a business, and I don't want to keep going on and on, but starting a business called The Art Direction. And we are doing just that, directing art. You know, we're trying to kind of bring up Detroit with that. You know, I was after I wrote that, I'm like, yo, I'm about to get out of Detroit, I'm about to move to New York, I'm not looking back, I'm tired of trying to help people out here, but I can't turn my back on where I'm from. So the best way to handle that is just kind of create something and do the best that I can to help these people, to inspire these people. So that's the direction that I'm going in right now. Everything I've done has kind of been about me, you know, not to sound selfish, but it's been that Dante Marshall plug and all of that. I'm trying to get away from that and actually build something. So I don't want this to look like a hustle anymore. I want this to look like an actual business. And with that, we've created The Art Direction, where we will handle, we'll do a little bit of marketing, but the main thing is just, you know, visuals, like photography, graphics, video, things like that for artists, for you know, small businesses in the area and things like that. You know, I've been blessed with the opportunity to work with like the different labels, Def Jam and things like that. So we'll kind of, you know, bring the bigger clients in and try to get as much exposure for the younger artists or for the
local artists
yeah.
that are already in Michigan, in Detroit. Okay.
A side note real quick, The Art Direction, we really are looking for interns. So, you know, if anybody is interested in working with me or they don't know how to get in touch with me, they can send me an email, dantemarshall@gmail.com. I'm on Twitter and Facebook and all that. It's Dante Marshall everywhere. So if you Google Dante Marshall, you should find some way to get in touch with me. We are looking for interns for that. The studio will open. It's a new studio that we're opening in Detroit. I'm getting rid of the old studio, and it's just a brand new start. A lot of people don't know that. We actually signed the papers yesterday. So brand new everything. We're starting from scratch out here. So if you want to be a part of something that I feel will be big, let me know.
That sounds amazing, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. I
Getting that
appreciate
started.
it. I really appreciate the support from everyone.